Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another top 5 guide here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. This is the small series where I will pick a relevant topic or category of something to do with the game and then proceed to bring you guys a top 5 guide on things to do with that category. So today we're going to be carrying on the top 5 guides and I'm going to be looking at the top 5 best returning legendaries. So best returning legendary weapons, that'll be. Now returning legendaries basically means those legendary weapons that have been seen in previous Borderlands games, whether it be in Borderlands 1, 2 or both. Some weapons have actually been in all 3 Borderlands games, and yeah, I'm going to basically take a look at them and bring you guys my favourite top 5 best returning legendaries. So without further ado, let's get on with the guide. So at number 5 I have decided to choose this guy right here. Now this does have a different name in the pre-sequel, it's called the Kaboom, but this was the Blaster from Borderlands 2 that you got from the Bullymong riding Midgemong. So in this game the Kaboom has returned and yeah, it's basically pretty much the same as the Blaster and works on the same principle. I will say it's really not as good as the actual Blaster. It has taken a slight change. It's not as fast firing I found or as hard hitting, but still a very good explosive weapon, especially used with a Torg build claptrap. This thing can still wreck nearly everything that you put in front of it. So yeah, at number 5 I've chosen the Blaster, otherwise known as the Kaboom. At number 4 then, in Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 1 you can pick up this guy, the Skull Masher. You can get it as a random legendary from a suitable loot source in Borderlands 1 and from Son of Mothrak in Borderlands 2, but this is the Skull Masher. Now this is honestly one weapon that I used quite a lot in Borderlands 1, but not too much in Borderlands 2. There was plenty of other really good sniper rifles out in Borderlands 2, so this kind of took a back seat for me, but in the pre-sequel it's probably one of my most used legendary sniper rifles now, even to this day. Apart from when the Claptastic Voyage DLC came out, which I kind of took favour to the Omni Cannon, this was probably my go-to sniper. So it's a very, very good, precise sniper. Very steady, I've found. That's why I like it so much. It doesn't sway about too much. So I tend to use this all the time, and with a really good sniping Baroness build, this can be pretty lethal. So at number 4, I have chosen the Skull Masher. So in Borderlands 2, if you go to Mick Zafford and kill him enough times, he will eventually drop this guy, the Maggie. In Borderlands the pre-sequel, this has returned, and I will say that this was my absolute mob killer with my Nisha build. In Showdown, this thing is absolutely awesome. So until the Claptastic Voyage DLC came out and the Look Cannons actually replaced this, these were my go-to weapons. Absolutely amazing. With a good Tombstone Nisha build, these things will rip through absolutely anything. Very fast firing Jacobs pistols, and you get 2 of them with Nisha build. Very good with other characters as well, but definitely an absolute wrecker with Nisha. So yeah, at number 3 I have decided to choose the Maggie pistols. So at number 2 we have another explosive weapon here, another brilliant Torg weapon. It is the Flakka. Now in Borderlands 2 you had to wait right to the end of the game to face the warrior to actually get a chance of getting your hands on one of these. Absolutely amazing weapon in Borderlands 2, and actually was the cause of one hell of a glitch. The Flakka glitch that you could do was absolutely amazing. But yeah, in Borderlands pre-sequel, this thing has returned and it hasn't changed whatsoever. It is just absolute carnage when you shoot out of this weapon. Absolutely brilliant for any character that you use it for if you hit right. Quite a specialist weapon, you need to get the distances right to actually utilise this thing really well. But once again, like with the Kaboom, if you get an explosive setup on a Torg setup on a claptrap, this thing is, well, it's GG to anyone that you put in front of you. So yeah, at number 2 I've decided to choose the Flakka. So here it is then, my favourite returning legendary and one that I use absolutely all the time on my main niche character, but I do have every single character equipped with one of these guys. It's called the Fatale. Now this in Borderlands 1 and 2 could be picked up, but it was under the name of the Bitch, which obviously was a random loot source pickup in Borderlands 1, but in Borderlands 2 you could head to the bunker to pick this guy up. But in Borderlands the pre-sequel, it's had a bit of a redesign. It's cryo element only, which is obviously exclusive to the pre-sequel. But my favourite thing about this weapon is not only is it really fast firing, it's so precise and hard hitting, it's unreal. This is an absolute hip fire machine. You really do not ever need to aim down the sight. It is that good. And as you can see, with a good showdown tombstone build, you don't even have to aim at all. You can just fire away and rip through anything in front of you. This really is mob cleanup central right here. So yeah, number one weapon I use pretty much all the time, apart from the T4SR pistols, especially with Nisha, I've picked is the Fatale / Bitch. So there you go guys, that is my top 5 list of my best returning legendaries from previous Borderlands games that have been put into Borderlands the pre-sequel. Quite a good list going there. There was about 10 I think that were originally on my list. There's more than that I've actually returned, but there was 10 good solid returning legendaries that I really liked, and I had to figure out what was my top 5 right there, and I'm pretty happy with that top 5. They are weapons that I use quite a lot, and probably the most powerful and damaging with the right setups. So yeah, there you go, that is my top 5 best returning legendaries. We'll be really interested to see what your top 5 best returning legendaries are, so be sure to put them down in the comments below. I'll have a good read through them. It's always good to see how people differ and vary preferences on things like this. So yeah, be sure to let me know what your top 5 best returning legendaries are. Also, if there's any other top 5 guys you want me to cover, be sure to put that down in the comments below as well, and I'll look into doing them. But for now, that was another top 5 guide here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. That was top 5 best returning legendaries. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.